The air is still, too still. Every sound is swallowed by the snow. Somewhere out there, a man you cannot see is watching you. He's been waiting for hours. You won't hear his rifle, you won't see the flash, you'll just fall. Finland, 1939. The Winter War has begun, and this quiet man, a farmer turned soldier, will become the most feared sniper in history. His name is Simo Häyhä, the White Death. On November 30th, 1939, the Soviet Union launches a massive invasion of Finland. 400,000 Soviet troops pour across the border. Finland can muster barely 300,000. Tanks, bombers, and artillery hammer Finnish defenses. Outnumbered, outgunned, Finland should fall in weeks. But in the Karelian forests, a new kind of war is about to unfold. The Kala River sector, a frozen labyrinth of pine trees and deep snow. Here, a 34-year-old farmer named Simo Häyhä steps into battle. Short, quiet, and unassuming, Simo is no one's idea of a fearsome soldier. But he is a hunter, and the forests are his home. His rifle is a Finnish Mosin Nagant M28/30, iron sights only. No scope, no luxury. His reason? A scope might fog in the cold or reflect sunlight, giving away his position. His camouflage is pure white from head to toe, blending so perfectly into the snow that even his fellow soldiers sometimes struggle to spot him. Early December 1939. Soviet patrols move through the snow near Kolar. Simo lies prone in a snowbank, motionless. He's been there for hours, packing the snow in front of his rifle to hide any muzzle flash. He even puts snow in his mouth to hide his breath from the freezing air. Through his iron sights, he waits. A Soviet soldier steps into view. One shot. He drops. Confusion spreads. No one knows where the shot came from. Simo melts back into the forest. Word spreads quickly through Soviet ranks. A ghost in white is hunting them. They give him a name, Belaya Smirt, the White Death. One bitter morning, Soviet infantry launches a direct assault across open ground toward Finnish trenches. Simo is already in position on a snow-covered ridge. The air is windless, perfect conditions for long-range shots. He fires slowly, methodically. Officers first, then radio operators. Every shot counts. By removing leaders and communicators, he turns the advancing units into scattered, confused groups. For hours, the Soviets advance and fall. By sunset, over 20 soldiers lie dead, all from one man's rifle. Soviets send in one of their best snipers to eliminate him. Simo studies the terrain, predicting where the enemy will hide. He places his white cap on a stick, raising it just above the snow. A shot tears through the cap. The enemy has revealed himself. Simo quietly shifts position, takes aim, and ends the duel with a single shot. To the Finnish soldiers, it's further proof that Simo's calm under fire is unmatched. In another engagement, Soviet forces attempt to surround a Finnish position. The plan is to force defenders into retreat before nightfall. But Simo stays behind as rear guard, targeting machine gun crews and advancing officers. His fire is so precise that Soviet troops begin crawling, afraid to stand upright. Each well-placed shot buys precious minutes for his comrades to regroup. The attack slows, then collapses entirely. When the battle ends, the Soviets retreat, their attack shattered. Not all of Simo's kills were at long range. In thick forest skirmishes, visibility could drop to just a few meters. On one occasion, Simo ambushed a Soviet ski patrol moving silently through the trees. From behind a snow-laden pine, he fired on the lead man, then pivoted smoothly to engage the second before they could react. The rest fled into the woods, leaving skis, rifles, and supplies behind. Late in the war, Soviet artillery positioned itself within range of Finnish lines, threatening to flatten defensive positions. Simo and a small group of marksmen were sent to disrupt them. Over the course of the day, Simo systematically targeted gunners and spotters. The artillery fire slowed, then stopped entirely. A Finnish patrol later discovered abandoned Soviet guns. The crews had simply fled, convinced they were being watched from every angle. In January 1940, temperatures in Kolar plummeted to nearly minus 40 degrees Celsius. Even in this brutal cold, Simo was in the field. On that day alone, he is credited with 25 confirmed kills, a record for any sniper in a single day of combat. When asked later about the conditions, he shrugged. It was just like hunting elk, only the targets shot back. At one point, Soviet forces sent a full search unit specifically to find and kill the White Death. They combed the forest, moving slowly, rifles raised. Simo tracked them in reverse, approaching from behind through a frozen creek bed. By the time they realized they were being hunted, half their number was already down. The survivors abandoned the search entirely. March 1940, the war's final desperate weeks. During a fierce firefight, Simo takes position to cover Finnish troops. Then, disaster. An explosive bullet strikes his jaw, tearing it apart. His comrades pull him from the snow, certain he will not survive. He lies unconscious for days. On March 13, 1940, the day Finland signs peace with the Soviet Union, Simo wakes. In under 100 days, he has over 500 confirmed kills. Some believe the real number could be over 700. After the war, Simo recovers and returns to farming. He avoids fame, rarely speaking of his wartime service. When asked how he became so deadly, he simply says, "Practice." Simo dies in 2002 at the age of 96, remembered as a humble man who became a legend. His tactics are still studied by snipers around the world. In war, numbers and firepower often decide battles, but sometimes skill, patience, and discipline can shape history. In the frozen forests of the Winter War, one quiet man proved that a single, determined individual could change the course of battle. His name will be remembered for generations. Simo Häyhä, the White Death. Thanks for watching. If you want more forgotten stories from World War II, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. There's more history to uncover. See you next time.